Hi everyone, thank you so much for 8.4k. As always before the video starts I always express my gratitude. I do want to warn you guys that this video will contain probably explicit description, more spicy than before. I'm really excited for this series. I hope you guys can put suggestions on how I should improve it next. So enough of that. Disclaimer before we start: this video contains LGBTQ+ content, cuss words, and smut. Your viewer discretion is advised. Almost a little too far-fetched on the events that occurred just a few minutes ago, Deku remembered what he came upstairs for. Finally getting out of the room, that totally increased the urge for him to bleach his eyes. His eyes shifted to the other doors, making sure to knock, just because. His heart was finally calm again because this time, in front of his innocent holy eyes, a bidet toilet seat next to it was toilet paper hanging, and a well-designed minimalistic sink that had mirror cabinets above it. Perfect, he grunts. Coming out of the bathroom, he hears his phone buzzing. Knowing Shido, one of his close friends, was a little bit protective, she had texted after Deku was approximately just gone for more than 10 minutes. Where the hell are you? It's been 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes. I'm not some stuck-up toddler who can't figure his way in this cramped house. Bitch, you don't go to parties, and it's very easy for you to get flustered. I don't see the point where I can't possibly worry. Is Momo late? Where is she? I think she texted earlier that she wasn't able to come because of some stupid chemistry project errand for her advancements classes. But okay. She literally dragged us, but okay. Where are you? I'm still up here. I barged into some stupid couple doing the nasty. Okay, I'm not with you for 10 minutes and that's the kind of shit you get into? Great kissing cat face. I totally shouldn't be worrying about you. How were they though? Eyes. Whoa, now your pervy ass here is asking about the scenery. That makes me want to drop holy water in my pupils. But like, at least someone's getting some action unlike you. He did offer. What? No, you. Come down this instant. TF, we in this party for if we're using our phones. Alright, you were still in the spot before, right? We're about to play 7 minutes in Heaven Eyes. Deku had left Mina on scene, silently mumbling about how childish that game was for their age. The fact that people still have the urge to play those kinds of things. Cramped up in a small space, just the two of you, God knows what kind of events may unfold. But then again, he understood people enjoyed the trivial unexpected thrills. He was just thinking of backing out, but he was sure it would be a waste of breath if he ever negotiated with his stubborn friend. God, you're finally here. Took you long enough. On the connecting maroon sofas, 7 people were seated. He took time to observe the surrounding, trying to recognize the people that decided to join the game. He's here? He's here? The question ringed his head again. Deku was still awestruck to the events that happened before, though scratch that, it's emphasized enough. The ash blonde was sitting on the couch, his hands tucked into his pockets as a slight grin appears on his face. Though there were approximately about 7 people about to join the game, his presence was in the limelight because of the sadistic aura he had given out. Hey. You good? Huh? What? You spaced out for a moment there? I did. Sigh. There's really no point trying to talk to you. Are you joining the game? Do I have to? Do you want to disappoint me? Mina looks at him with pouty eyes. It was just like what he predicted. You're always peer pressuring me. Piss off. He manages to break out a slight giggle, but really if he wanted out of this self-destructing predicament, then it's now or never. You are, by the looks of it. I am. Both of them managed to get a seat, shifting slight limbs to get a more comfortable position. Social anxiety things if you happen to know. Alright, you boring people, what's the point of this party if there's no such thing as stupid games like this? The circle of people were practically forced to give an applause to the party host, Kaminari Denki, at that point. If you all want to join, just come into the circle and make yourself feel comfortable. Can we just start already? Chill, Sugar Plum. Aren't you an impatient one? Fuck off, Denki. Alright. I'll start. OMG. Kaminari rolls his eyes at Jirao, part of him being mad at her because she was being such a party pooper. Everyone's here? I guess we can start to cue the music. Jirao glared at him for being unnecessarily extra. Fine. Minna looked over to me again, introducing me to some of the people who participated. That right there is Jirao. You know her? She's really cool. I think she's into rock music. That one, that's Todoroki. He seems pretty cold. Are you into cold boys? He might be a perfect one for you. Her voice was filled with a tinge of excitement, but he lost the energy to react and gave her a mere eye roll. What about him? The red-haired dude? He seems pretty manly. But damn those arms. He looks so ripped eyes. We're not staring at muscles. Lemme appreciate the visuals. Drool over them red angry face. The infamous Bakugo though. I would have thought he would be upstairs, doing the nasty. But I guess he's here participating in something he usually doesn't want to. Bakugo? Yeah, spiky blonde. You know him? Nah, but I've heard about the rumors. Rumors? Fuckboy much? I have the tendency to gossip around people, but honestly I can't read a thing about him. What do you think? I caught him upstairs. Really, how was his body? Minna. Deku's blood rushed to his cheeks. He smacks her slightly in the hand, signaling her to not talk so loud. OMG, you didn't need to hit. But seriously, who was he with? I don't quite remember. I just saw her side profile and she stormed off because apparently he said he wasn't in the mood anymore. Wow. Bakugo for you, I guess. If it isn't clear enough for you, 7 people who were playing: Deku, Minna, Bakugo, Todoroki, Kirishima, Kaminari, Jirao. Quitting the conversation Deku had with Minna, his attention shifts to the bottle that was spinning on the table. His heart raced a little, just because. While he was conversing with another, Kaminari must have started the game. And the bottle lands on Bakugo. Man, talking about that, Bakugo, what a wonderful surprise you're joining us today. No plans with anyone? Fuck off, dunce face. And just so you know, someone just happened to walk in on us. Oh wow, terrible. Eesh. Wouldn't want it. Bakugo's red eyes gawked even more intensely at Kaminari, of course increasing the tension. Kaminari backed off, protecting himself from a blow he never anticipated. Okay, enough about that. Let's just spin again. Rotating around the circle again, the bottle landed on the person who had the least presence in this room. If you expected correct, it's too obvious it's Deku. All eyes were on him. He felt all of them just waiting for a response, a word or two, or an action. What? Green-haired fella, I must say the bottle landed on you. Minna was quick to observe Deku again, telling him to quit being in the gutter and react. Deku, the fuck are you still sitting here for? Get in the closet. Minna, what? This is so sudden. Seem on now, don't be such a party pooper will ya? It's only 7 minutes. Deku mustered up his courage to stand up, Bakugo sending quick suspicious glances at him. Bakubro, you know him? Huh? I just passed him earlier upstairs, he just had to ruin the mood. Damn, he was the one who walked in? Kind of unlucky for your pride, What? Shut up, shitty hair, I'm perfectly unbothered. Well, what are you two waiting for? Go ahead, I'll set a timer for 7 minutes, if you want more I can always. Fuck off. Bakugo yelled at Kaminari's extra teasing antics, warning him again if he did that, he would just be beaten up. Deku unwillingly entered the room with Bakugo, unable to look at him in the eye. And just before they knew it, the door was shut. Cramped inside a dark closet with another, he didn't want to admit it, but the ash blonde's build was quite entrancing, or charming to the utmost. This just made him feel even more nervous. He gulped anxiously, looking down to the floor. Are you really this disinterested? Huh? What? No. It's not that, it's just. What is it? At that moment his voice manages to grow thicker, his face leaning in closer to the freckled boy. Your presence, it's very dominating. Deku's voice was small, but understandable because he was leaning so close. Almost too close. I don't mind it if anyone hears. He put a finger on his chin, caressing him gently, gawking earnestly at his lips. What do you mean anyone hears? TCH, you're so dense, it's almost disgusting. He leans back, his arms crossing. But Hugo never expected him to be this cherry. It almost feels like he's invading his personal bubble and making him feel uncomfortable. That was the last thing he wanted. Dumbus. People obviously play this game to hook up. Don't tell me you didn't know that as well. Ahem. Yagami Yato. Ahem. 7 meh. In this cramped up place? God. Number. Don't you find it exciting though, worrying about people hearing your sweet moans while you get fucked? Cheeks flushed. He stammers on his own words once again. Was this what Yaoi Orozu meant by having no strings attached? He mumbles to himself again, organizing his thoughts because they were all over the place. Alright, now you're just talking to yourself. Okay. Elaborate. Okay. Let's do it. Ha. Just as much as you think about how unexperienced I am, we all know humans have desires. You're being serious? I'm not that scared. Besides, it's a one-time thing, right? Usually, but you never know what both parties can agree on. I'm assuming this'll be a quickie? Oh, surprisingly you know what that is. He gives a smirk, his hands pressed to the wall, his body bending near him again. You heard of me? Bad rumors or good rumors? Just as much as the bad rumors go out, that's just because the good rumors of me being great at this escapes. People can't seem to stand that either. Hey, breathe. I am perfectly fine. I don't think your reactions seem to defend yourself in that statement. You really don't mind? I wouldn't be leaning in this close if I did. Seeing a striking opening on his nape, he leaves ticklish kisses all over. He shifts his gaze upwards, enveloping his lips with him. He went gently at first, leading him, assuming that it was his first. Though after a while, the freckled boy understood the rhythm and was capable of fighting back. Hey, no fighting back. I'm top here. Understand? The masochist in this situation, again, gulps nervously, his lips red due to the kiss they had shared. He finally snaps, before pressing his knee between the other's thighs. Gasping at the sudden friction, he lets out a slight whimper. Answer me. He finds another opening to his neck, sucking sweetly while whispering sweet nothings about how sweet his skin was. The green-haired boy, losing control over his own body, almost lets out another whimper due to the sudden pleasure rushing through his whole body. Fuck. He wasn't scared to bite, insinuating him to at least give him the response for his own satisfaction. I understand. The bottom replies meekly at him, his cheeks tinted with a deep red. Sweet reaction, but Hugo thought to himself. But realizing the time limit, he told himself to not get too indulged in the moment. That could be another time. Passing by fast, another layer of clothing was thrown down to the floor, both males staring deeply into each other's eyes. Locking the eye contact, but Hugo's hand wanders around his sensitive spots. Fuck your pride, who cares about what they think? He gives a cocky grin, contented with his lustful retort. How much time do we have? Seriously thinking about time when we're just about to get down. God, please be more considerate. This is my first time after all. You're focusing too much on that. Everyone starts somewhere. He gives a slight reassurance to him. It almost didn't sound like him. Am I being out of character? He looks so soft though. Something about him seems to enthrall his mood, in a good and bad way. It wasn't supposed to be like that. He shakes the doubt in his head, focusing his attention more on him. Having fun there? You'll have a minute. Make sure I don't walk in on anything funny. My innocent eyes won't be able to handle it. But Hugo hears Kaminari's annoying voice from a distance. He scoffed as a response, his instincts telling him to stop now since there isn't too much time available. Moreover, it would be such a downfall for his already ruined image if anyone had caught him losing his own composure. We need to stop. The freckled boy looks at him with a disappointed expression, but he tolerated where he was coming from. He gave a mental note that there will always be next time. Right, it's too risky. He teasingly winks. Attire already back on. Dumbus, put them back on already. You have less than a minute. Oh. Yes, sorry. Just in time. Kaminari bursts the door open, already preparing himself for the horrifying scenery his eyes are about to see. But to his luck, the two boys were still well dressed. At least they didn't look very suspicious. But Hugo slouches his way out of the closet, looking back at Deku for the last time. How was your first time being touched that way, Cherry Boy? Thank you so much for watching. Please leave your suggestions in the comments, subscribe and like if it's not too much. I love